Hi there, welcome to the Song Painter. I have to apologize for taking so long and getting back to doing this video today. It's just that, to be honest with you, I've been struggling with what they call a frozen shoulder, and we just moved to Edmonton, and it's not even winter yet, so bad joke. Anyways, it's always good to start off with a bad joke. So anyways, today I want to talk about initially about some stuff that you use to prepare yourselves for going into the studio and treating things as you're recording something when you're writing songs so you're preparing from the ground up. So anyways, today I'm going to talk about framing the vocals, or maybe dressing up the vocals is a better way of putting it. So it's kind of like you don't want anything competing with your vocal. Like, everything is a voice. So if there's two things going on at once, as a lead guitar and a vocal, say, one of those things is going to be probably dominant unless it's strategically placed behind the vocals. So it takes a lot of work to make that work. Where you have a lead behind the vocal. Most often in most of the really great songs that you hear on the radio, the guitar is always framing the vocals. It's always around it. It's not competing with it. And so that's what I'd like to talk a little bit about today. So I was going to show you through one of my songs how I work around the vocals with the guitar, just to frame up the vocals. And the song is called Places. You can find it on Gene Murphy Places on the internet if you want to look it up. It's almost as much love as me, Lord. It's almost as much love as me. Won't you help me to see, Lord? It's almost as much love as me. He needs your love. He needs the goodness of your heart. He needs your tears to wipe away what's been written in his soul and people's faces. They are like places that we've come to know, but time changes every wrinkle, even faces. So basically what I'm doing is as I'm chording, and this is really important because you may have a band behind you where other people can play these parts. We have a guitarist where he can do the fills or anything, but maybe you don't. And so, like, if you're a single performer or if you're writing songs and you want to write them that so that they have dressing around the vocals, then you have to do that yourself, and you have to create those things. And so the easy ways of doing that is having these little hammer-ons after the vocals. He needs almost as much love as me, Lord. He needs almost as much love as me. So you're always framing things, and the same with the chorus part. People's faces, they are like places that we've come to know, but time changes every wrinkle. So all these little hammer-on things are really great for films, and so it's really important that if you're a single performer, that you work at dressing up your songs, like making them interesting. And you can do the same thing with if it's a blues song, then you do things a little bit differently. Oh, home. Oh, home. Home sweet home. My home. My home sweet home. So you're doing the same thing basically as what you would do in a country type song. You know, when you're playing by yourself, you got to work on those things, and it takes time. I think that when I was learning to play lead guitar, I was working as a construction worker, and I went to work out of town, and I took my guitar with me, and I played 4 to 6 hours a night for 4 months because I had nothing else to do, and I worked and I worked and I worked, and I learned, you know, how to play. And then I took a few lessons. What I did was I spent time figuring out some artists that I really liked, some of their, you know, guitar work that I really liked, and I found a teacher that was a really good teacher, a fellow named Bob Beatty, and he would basically dissect the songs for me and figure the guitar out and lay it out for me, and so that I could learn these songs. And what I did was I incorporated a lot of what I learned immediately into the songs that I was writing, and that way it was a really good way of remembering, because you know that what better way to remember you know how to do certain things than to put it directly into your songs. And so I was playing you know, rockabilly, rock and roll, country-ish stuff, and so I would take all those things, and that's what I did. And I went from basically playing small gigs to, you know, playing the Commodore Ballroom, which is like you know, I think it was up to 2,000 people, you know, in a very short time, because I worked extremely hard, and that's the way I did it. So I would encourage you to, you know, spend time and try and get those simple things. Those little hammer-ons and things are so good for your, you know, for around your dressing up your vocals. Anyways, I think I've given you some stuff to think about, and hopefully it's positive for you. And I would encourage you, keep going with your songwriting and keep working on your guitar playing. And hopefully my shoulder is going to get unfrozen, and it'd be nice if it happened before winter, so that I'd be able to shovel some snow, because man, that would just be so awesome. Anyways, have a great week, and I'll see you next time on The Song Painter.